youth runner here with the great Austin West. We're at the 65th Mount SAC Relays, a man that has had many a meaningful moment, many a motivational moment here at Hilmer Lodge Stadium. Over 8,000 again, obviously a lifetime best, still 83:31. But you know, the fact that it's only April, and obviously now that you're in a new environment, you know, in Omaha, and it's not getting ready for a Big Ten, or it's not getting ready for for an NCAAs. It's all eyes obviously on the summer for you. How is that kind of adjusted what would have been a timetable for you in recent years?
Yeah, it's definitely a big change. Still training with college kids, so kind of on their schedule, kind of not. But yeah, I know that USA is really late, and so I kind of treated this as like 2 seasons. I kind of went after indoor USAs in this a little bit. I didn't score as high at either places I wanted to, but that's kind of how the cookie crumbles sometimes. And then yeah, we'll get back to base training. Don't have another deck on the schedule until USAs, so yeah, I know things are going well. I'm trending in the right direction. Got a big vault PB today, so some things have been holding me back. I think we're getting short up a little bit. And I'd go 8,000 with some events that were just not very good at all. It's still pretty good. So I know if I clean some stuff up, I'll score pretty high.
You've been here enough that you've experienced every climate imaginable, whether it's wearing an Iowa kit or that wonderful Adidas kit right now. But I was joking with Akeem, and I said for 9 events, it was not conducive at all. It's a great, great deck. But in the 1,500 one, it's a little bit cooler. Right. It's like, okay, maybe at the end of 2 days, I don't mind that. Like, did you feel, for whatever you had left, it allowed you to be as aggressive and ambitious as possible on the 15 because it was a little cooler?
Yeah, I don't have too much training under my belt. I got a little calf thing a few weeks ago, so my workload have been pretty limited. So I had no idea how I was going to run. I've run really fast on no training before, and I've unfortunately run pretty slow on no training. So the conditions were really well, or they were really good to run a 1,500. Not 100 degrees and baking heat or anything. I do like a little cooler. It's some 1,500 weather on day 2. But yeah, the weather wasn't really holding me back at anything. I'm not like, oh, if it was 10 degrees warmer, I would have done X, Y, and Z. The weather was fine. Got some good tailwinds. It was all very manageable. So, not walking away with a sunburn or anything, which is always good. But yeah, it was good weather, good guys to run with. I knew some guys had some marks that they were going after, and tried to run with them. Just didn't quite have the juice, but I got quite some time to build that back up, and I always believe in myself. When the time comes, I'll uncork something. So
yes. You have a great history, Austin West, of rising to the occasion. I was having a conversation with Aaron Marshall with Lexi Keller after the heptathlon, because Lexi's at Colorado State during her collegiate career, Aaron's at Duke, and now they're both in Durham together.
Yeah.
I say this as a platform that you now being around, another all-time great until Steinfort. But in addition to that whole Multis community in Omaha, I mean, obviously, it's an awesome dynamic, or else you wouldn't be there. But what is it like just to have, not just other great athletes, but other great multi-athletes? Like, because the language that you guys speak to one another and the mindset that you guys have is so different.
Yeah, I've been fortunate to have some really good training partners. I remember I scored like 58 or 59, and I was the 3rd best hep in our training group that indoor season. So like Will Daniels, Peyton Hawk were really good guys for me at Iowa and early on, and now having Till, that's my 3rd really good training partner, and he's been killing it, right? So he's very cerebral. He's always asking me what I'm feeling, and he's better than me in quite a few events. So he's a guy that always wants to learn everything, and we're always bouncing ideas off each other. I'll have some things. Hey, I try this, and he'll try it out, and vice versa. So I think it's really good. Like you said, Aaron and Lexi, they train really well together. They get along well. And Till and I are the same way. Competing against him in competition, you don't really get that vibe from him, but in practice he's really chill and he's funny. He likes to joke around and stuff. So keeps it light, but we dial it up when we have to. And like he's getting in really good running shape, and I take a lot of pride in that. We run really hard together, and I think my jumping events are really good. And he's a really good jumper. He's a 5.26 vaulter. He's going to jump 8 meters here soon, it seems like, and he's a 2-meter high jumper. So I think we play off each other's strengths really well in training, and we just have a good group outside of just us two as well. So good group in Nebraska, good coach. And I'm really liking the switch up.
Momentum starting to build here.
It would certainly make future Thorpe Cup dynamics all the more enjoyable, right?
Yeah, we always joke around the whole U.S. versus Germany thing, but that's another thing that I think is really helpful. Like, he's an NCAA athlete and I'm an American, so like I'm trying to make a team, and he can't keep me off any team, and we're not fighting each other for Big Ten titles or anything.
It's not like if you were training with Baldwin,
right? Yeah, well, I like Keith a lot too.
I know you do.
But yeah, I'm a volunteer coach for the multi, so the better he does, the better I look. So yeah, it's just a really good environment. There's never any like, oh, I wish he didn't clear that bar or anything. So I want to see him do really well, and he wants to see me do really well. He's been texting me all throughout the comp, good star, keep it up, all that stuff. So yeah, we push each other. We want to do well. He was over in Europe and in China for a few weeks, so we missed him dearly, but he's back, and our whole group we have a really good vibe. We meshed really well, so yeah, having a blast in Lincoln.
Awesome. Again, 8,049 points. Can't wait to see what it's going to manifest and materialize into it at USA's on that journey to not only surpass 83.31, but again that 84, 85 in the very near future. Austin, always great to see you here at the Mount SAC Relays. Stay healthy. Best luck going forward.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it.